What if I told you that a 92-year-old woman named Evelyn from Ohio still drives herself to church every Sunday, hasn't been sick in 3 decades, and recently passed her driver's license renewal test with flying colors while people half her age struggle with basic daily tasks? In the next few minutes, you'll discover the exact 5 daily habits that have kept Evelyn completely disease-free for 30 years. Habits so simple that you can start implementing them today and see results within weeks. But here's what will shock you most about Evelyn's routine. It's not expensive supplements or complex exercise programs, and the 4th habit actually goes against what most doctors typically recommend to seniors. Last Tuesday morning, Evelyn's worried neighbor Beatrice called the police because she hadn't seen any movement at Evelyn's house by 10 a.m. When officers arrived, they found Evelyn in her backyard, energetically raking leaves and humming to herself, completely unaware that anyone was concerned about her well-being. At 92 years old, while most of her peers require daily assistance or live in care facilities, Evelyn maintains complete independence and vitality that amazes everyone who meets her. Habit 1. The 20-minute morning movement revolution. Every single morning at exactly 6:15 a.m., Evelyn does something that most seniors have been told to avoid, but it's actually the cornerstone of her remarkable health and longevity. While her neighbors are still reaching for their coffee cups and struggling to get out of bed, Evelyn has already completed a gentle but purposeful movement routine that takes exactly 20 minutes and requires no special equipment or gym membership. This isn't about intense workouts or complicated exercises that might intimidate you. It's about consistent, deliberate movement that signals to your body that you're ready to take on another active, healthy day. Research from Harvard Medical School has definitively proven that seniors who engage in just 20 minutes of daily moderate movement reduce their risk of premature death by 23% and significantly improve their balance, strength, and cognitive function. The study followed over 15,000 seniors for more than a decade and found that those who moved their bodies first thing in the morning had stronger bones, better heart health, and maintained their independence far longer than those who remained sedentary. Dr. Sarah Chen, the lead researcher, specifically noted that morning movement creates a cascade of positive hormonal changes that protect against age-related diseases and maintain muscle mass that typically deteriorates after age 60. Evelyn's routine is beautifully simple and completely adaptable to any fitness level or physical limitation you might currently have. She starts with 5 minutes of gentle stretching while still in her pajamas, focusing on her neck, shoulders, and back to counteract the stiffness that naturally occurs during sleep. Then she puts on her walking shoes and spends 10 minutes walking around her neighborhood block at a comfortable pace, greeting neighbors and enjoying the fresh morning air. She finishes with 5 minutes of light calisthenics in her living room, including modified squats using a sturdy chair for support and gentle arm circles to maintain her shoulder mobility. The devastating consequence of skipping daily movement becomes more severe with each passing year after age 60. Your muscles naturally lose between 3 to 8% of their strength annually, your balance deteriorates rapidly, and your bones become increasingly fragile and prone to dangerous fractures. Without consistent movement, your cardiovascular system weakens, your metabolism slows dramatically, and your risk of falls increases exponentially, potentially leading to life-altering injuries that could rob you of your independence forever. The difference between seniors who move daily and those who don't becomes starkly apparent within just a few months, and the gap widens dramatically with each passing year. Start with just 10 minutes of gentle movement tomorrow morning, even if it's simply walking to your mailbox and back, or doing seated stretches in your favorite chair. Choose activities that feel comfortable and sustainable rather than trying to recreate your younger self's exercise routine, because consistency matters far more than intensity when it comes to long-term health benefits. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier tonight and lay out comfortable clothes and shoes so there are no barriers to beginning this life-changing habit immediately. Don't wait for the perfect moment or until you feel more motivated, because your body is losing strength and vitality with every inactive day that passes. Habit 2, the social connection prescription. What Evelyn does every Tuesday and Friday might seem like simple socializing, but it's actually a powerful medical intervention that has protected her from depression, cognitive decline, and the isolation that kills thousands of seniors every year. While many of her peers have withdrawn from social activities and spend most of their time alone watching television or sitting quietly in their homes, Evelyn has maintained a robust network of meaningful relationships that provide her with purpose, mental stimulation, and emotional support. This isn't about forcing yourself to be more extroverted or attending parties you don't enjoy. It's about creating genuine connections that enrich your life and literally extend your lifespan. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University conducted a comprehensive 20-year study involving over 12,000 seniors and discovered that those who maintained regular social connections reduced their risk of dementia by 40% and lived an average of 7 years longer than their isolated counterparts. The study found that meaningful social interaction stimulates brain regions responsible for memory, decision-making, and emotional regulation, effectively serving as a powerful form of cognitive exercise. Dr. Michael Rodriguez, the study's principal investigator, emphasized that the quality of social connections matters far more than quantity, and even 1 or 2 strong relationships can provide significant health protection. Evelyn volunteers at the local elementary school twice a week, helping second graders with their reading skills and sharing stories from her own childhood during the 1930s and 1940s. The children absolutely adore her gentle guidance and patient encouragement, while Evelyn gains tremendous satisfaction from knowing she's making a meaningful difference in young lives. This intergenerational connection provides her with mental stimulation, physical activity, and a strong sense of purpose that keeps her engaged with the world around her rather than turning inward and dwelling on health concerns or past regrets. The medical consequences of social isolation are more dangerous than most people realize and can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes daily or being severely obese. Chronic loneliness triggers inflammatory responses in your body that accelerate aging, weaken your immune system, and increase your risk of heart disease, stroke, and depression. Isolated seniors are significantly more likely to experience cognitive decline, develop anxiety disorders, and lose their motivation for self-care, creating a downward spiral that can quickly become life-threatening. The stress hormones produced by loneliness actually damage brain cells and interfere with your body's ability to repair itself and fight off infections. Make one meaningful social connection this week. Whether it's calling an old friend you haven't spoken to recently, joining a community organization that aligns with your interests, or volunteering for a cause you care about deeply. Choose activities that genuinely interest you, rather than forcing yourself into situations that feel uncomfortable or artificial, because authentic connections develop naturally when you're engaged in meaningful activities. Look for opportunities that provide regular, consistent interaction rather than one-time events, because building relationships requires time and repeated positive experiences. Your mental health and longevity depend on these connections, so reach out today rather than waiting for others to make the first move. Habit 3, the 15-minute brain training protocol. Every evening after dinner, Evelyn engages in a specific type of mental activity that has kept her memory sharper and her thinking clearer than people 30 years younger. And the scientific evidence supporting this habit is absolutely overwhelming. While most seniors spend their evenings passively watching television or sitting quietly without mental stimulation, Evelyn challenges her brain with activities that force her to learn, problem solve, and create new neural pathways. This isn't about becoming a scholar or mastering complex subjects. It's about giving your brain the daily workout it needs to maintain its strength and flexibility throughout your later years. The Mayo Clinic's landmark research on cognitive health followed 5,000 seniors for 15 years and found that those who engaged in daily mental challenges reduced their risk of Alzheimer's disease by 35% and maintained better memory, attention, and problem-solving abilities well into their 90s. The study specifically identified activities that require learning new information, solving problems, and creating as the most protective against cognitive decline. Dr. Lisa Thompson, the clinic's leading neurologist, explained that challenging your brain creates new connections between neurons and strengthens existing pathways, essentially building a cognitive reserve that protects against age-related mental decline. Evelyn spends exactly 15 minutes each evening working on a different mentally stimulating activity, rotating between crossword puzzles, reading novels by authors she's never explored before, and learning basic Spanish phrases using a tablet app that her granddaughter recommended. She keeps a small notebook where she writes down new words she's learned, or interesting facts she's discovered during her reading, which helps reinforce the information and provides an additional layer of mental engagement. On weekends, she sometimes extends this time to learn a new recipe or work on more challenging puzzles, but the key is consistency rather than duration. Without regular mental stimulation, your brain literally begins to shrink and lose the critical connections that control memory, decision-making, and complex thinking skills. The neurons in your brain require constant challenge and stimulation to maintain their health and function, much like muscles that weaken without regular exercise. Seniors who don't engage in mentally challenging activities experience accelerated cognitive decline, increased confusion, and difficulty with tasks that were once simple and automatic. This mental deterioration often leads to loss of independence, increased anxiety about daily activities, and a significantly reduced quality of life in your later years. Choose one mentally challenging activity tonight and commit to spending just 15 minutes on it before bedtime, whether it's reading a chapter of a book you've been meaning to start, working on a puzzle, or learning something completely new through online videos or library resources. Pick something that genuinely interests you and feels engaging rather than like a chore, because enjoyment enhances the brain-building benefits of mental exercise. Start with activities that match your current comfort level and gradually increase the difficulty as your confidence grows, remembering that the goal is consistent challenge rather than perfection. Your brain is incredibly adaptable and can form new connections at any age, but only if you provide it with the stimulation it craves. Habit 4. The hydration strategy that shocked medical professionals. Here's the habit that made Evelyn's doctor actually stop during her last checkup and ask her to repeat what she had just explained about her daily routine, because the results were so remarkable that he initially didn't believe them. This incredibly simple practice has prevented urinary tract infections, kidney problems, and the dangerous dehydration episodes that send thousands of seniors to emergency rooms every year. Yet most people over 60 completely ignore this fundamental aspect of health. What shocked the medical team wasn't just Evelyn's excellent kidney function and clear mental state, but how such a basic habit could produce such dramatic health improvements in someone her age. Research published by the National Institute on Aging reveals that proper hydration prevents up to 90% of urinary tract infections in seniors and significantly reduces the risk of kidney stones, constipation, and dangerous blood pressure fluctuations. The study found that seniors who maintain consistent hydration have better cognitive function, more stable moods, and dramatically lower rates of falls and confusion episodes. Dr. Amanda Foster, the Institute's lead researcher on senior hydration, noted that even mild dehydration can cause symptoms that are often mistakenly attributed to aging, including fatigue, dizziness, and memory problems that improve dramatically once proper hydration is restored. Evelyn drinks exactly 8 ounces of water immediately upon waking, before she even gets out of bed, and keeps a 20-ounce water bottle with her throughout the day, taking small sips every 15 to 20 minutes, rather than trying to drink large amounts all at once. She adds a small pinch of sea salt to her morning water to help her body retain the hydration more effectively, and she stops drinking fluids 2 hours before bedtime to avoid nighttime bathroom trips that could interrupt her sleep. During warmer months or when she's more active, she increases her intake slightly and pays attention to the color of her urine as a simple indicator of her hydration status. Chronic dehydration accelerates every aspect of aging, increases your risk of dangerous falls, and can trigger medical emergencies that could have been easily prevented with proper fluid intake. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and harder for your heart to pump, your brain receives less oxygen and nutrients, and your kidneys struggle to filter waste products effectively. Dehydrated seniors are significantly more likely to experience confusion, dizziness, and weakness that can result in serious accidents, hospitalizations, and loss of independence. The cascade of problems caused by inadequate hydration often leads to a cycle of declining health that becomes increasingly difficult to reverse. Place a full glass of water on your nightstand tonight and drink it completely before you get out of bed tomorrow morning, making this the very first thing you do each day without exception. Invest in a water bottle that you enjoy using and keep it within arm's reach throughout the day, setting gentle reminders on your phone if necessary to establish the habit of regular sipping. Monitor your body's response to improved hydration by paying attention to your energy levels, mental clarity, and overall sense of well-being, because you'll likely notice positive changes within just a few days. Don't wait another day to begin proper hydration, because your cells are desperately crying out for the water they need to function optimally. Habit 5, the sleep optimization method that reverses aging. Evelyn's approach to sleep isn't about sleeping longer hours or taking supplements to fall asleep faster. It's about creating the optimal conditions for restorative sleep that allows her body to repair itself and maintain the energy levels of someone decades younger. While most seniors struggle with poor sleep quality, frequent nighttime awakenings, and morning grogginess that affects their entire day, Evelyn has mastered a simple routine that ensures she wakes up refreshed and alert every single morning. This isn't about complicated sleep studies or expensive equipment. It's about understanding how your body's natural sleep systems work and creating the environment they need to function perfectly. Sleep specialists at Stanford University conducted groundbreaking research with over 8,000 seniors and discovered that those who followed specific sleep optimization protocols improved their immune function by 300% and maintained physical independence significantly longer than those with poor sleep habits. The study found that quality sleep is when your body produces growth hormone, repairs damaged cells, and consolidates memories, making it absolutely critical for healthy aging. Dr. Jennifer Martinez, the study's lead sleep researcher, emphasized that seniors who prioritize sleep quality experience better balance, stronger cognitive function, and reduced risk of depression, falls, and chronic diseases. Evelyn goes to bed at exactly 9:30 p.m. every night and naturally wakes up at 6 a.m. without needing an alarm clock, maintaining this consistent schedule even on weekends and holidays. Her bedroom is kept completely dark, with blackout curtains and all electronic devices removed, and she maintains the temperature at a cool 68 degrees year-round for optimal sleep conditions. 1 hour before bedtime, she dims all lights in her home, avoids any stimulating activities or conversations, and spends time reading or doing gentle stretches to signal to her body that it's time to prepare for rest. Poor sleep quality creates a cascade of health problems that accelerate aging and increase your risk of serious medical conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, depression, and dangerous accidents due to impaired coordination and judgment. When you don't get restorative sleep, your immune system weakens dramatically, your body can't repair daily damage to cells and tissues, and stress hormones remain elevated throughout the day. Chronic sleep problems contribute to weight gain, memory loss, irritability, and the loss of physical strength and balance that can lead to life-threatening falls and injuries. Set a consistent bedtime tonight that allows for 7 to 8 hours of sleep before you need to wake up, and remove all sources of light from your bedroom, including digital clocks, phone chargers, and any electronic devices that emit even small amounts of light. Create a calming pre-sleep routine that begins 1 hour before bedtime and includes only relaxing activities that help your mind and body transition from the day's activities to rest. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and completely dark, investing in blackout curtains or an eye mask if necessary to create the optimal sleep environment your body craves. Quality sleep tonight means better health, energy, and mental clarity tomorrow, so make these changes immediately rather than putting them off for another day. These 5 simple habits have given Evelyn 3 decades of perfect health and the vitality to maintain complete independence at 92 years old, proving that vibrant aging isn't about luck or genetics, but about making consistent, intelligent choices every single day. Her morning movement routine, meaningful social connections, daily brain challenges, smart hydration strategy, and optimized sleep schedule work together to create a powerful foundation for healthy longevity that you can build starting today. The most encouraging truth about Evelyn's success is that none of these habits require special equipment, expensive programs, or dramatic lifestyle changes, just the commitment to prioritize your health and take simple, consistent action. If Evelyn's remarkable story has inspired you to take control of your own health and aging process, show your support by hitting that like button and sharing in the comments which of these 5 habits you're planning to start implementing today. I personally read every comment and love hearing about your health journey and the positive changes you're making in your life. Share this video with other seniors you care about because they deserve to know these life-changing secrets that could add years to their life and life to their years. And don't forget to subscribe for more evidence-based health strategies that can transform your golden years into your healthiest, most vibrant years yet.